Bottled Imp. This is an Imp Extra, and this is the Edinburgh Fringe.
Imp Chats about the Edinburgh Fringe.
Exactly, yeah. Now, I had the pleasure of going up to the Edinburgh Fringe it was about a week. It's roughly the last week in August. The Fringe is
2015.
Yeah. The Fringe takes place in Scotland, in Edinburgh, and it's a whole month, and it's amazing. If you like theatre, if you like shows of any description, if you like music, anything, it's up there. It is, I think, the world's biggest theatre festival, I think.
It's very much a theatre and stand-up. I think it's even more thought of a comedy stand-up festival now, but it was originally theatre, sort of fringe.
And you've acted up there?
Theatre. I've acted
Julian's
up there many years ago
on
2 or 3 years, 3 or 4 years probably.
Yeah.
Went up there doing shows.
So you've done quite a few shows there?
Yeah, we did. I went up with a youth theatre once when I was very young for just a week. And then when I was older and went professional, went up there with Mania Productions, and we did a show and ran the venues for the month that was up there. We ran a venue and then people hired stuff, and then we went up there the next year as well and did 2 shows.
So what were your impressions then of going?
It's a great experience. If you're a young actor, it's a great experience. I mean, you basically go up there with a group of people, you all crash in a flat. So there's about 30 of you on the floor of a flat for a month. It's exhausting. If you're running the venues as well, because we had to box off, we had to do all the stuff like that. In fact, we went up a week before and set up the venues and had to strike it the week after. So we were up there for probably 5 to 6 weeks.
Yeah,
living in a flat.
Yeah.
Pot noodles. Well, I don't know. Yeah,
you weren't healthy.
You go out. You've got to go out. You've got a flyer. You've got to sell the show. You then do the show, and one of our shows was at 12 at night. So,
was it?
Yeah. It took place in the bar of the venue at 12 at night. It was called War Dance, and it was quite an in-your-face place that took place in a pub. So we used the bar, and we sort of interacted with the audience. And then the other show was a musical, which we did at 8. So I was doing a show at 8, and then another show at 12. But it's a great experience, quite intense experience. I think I've got it out of my system. It'd probably be nice to go up like you did, just to watch shows.
Well, my history of going up, I've never acted up there. It would be good to do, and I'm tempted to start writing a show. It was too late for next year, but maybe the year after, just to see how well you do with it.
It's expensive. Start saving.
Yeah, exactly. I remember going. My family's from Scotland, so I have relatives there that I can stay with. But I went as a 16-year-old initially, just going as a punter, and we camped in my uncle's back garden. So that was a good experience. And then we got the bus in to the actual town centre. So then I went, and that was brilliant. That was really good. I went with a couple of mates, and then also I about 2 or 3. I went the next year as well, and then we camped in an actual camping site that was good because it's cheap, and and because a lot of the B&Bs, they sell out really early.
Absolutely. People who live in Edinburgh move out for the month and rent their flats out to people, to theatre companies and people at huge rates to make the money. It's a good little money earner.
Well, and then I went back about 5 years after that, sort of mid-20s, and again I camped. I don't know why I didn't go and stay with my relatives. But this time, in fact, so this might be my 5th or 6th time now, I did actually stay with my Uncle Bobby and Rona, so thank you very much. Had a fantastic time, and they were literally half an hour walk, so it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too far away into the town centre. But what I found about it, and what I love about it, is that there's just street performers. There's such a good buzz. There's such a good vibe. It just feels, you're on holiday anyway. And obviously there's locals that are going to be there as well. They all seem happy. I didn't have any problems. It was just a really friendly town. I love Edinburgh anyway. So to go up there and see shows, now I get the programme beforehand so that I can plan what I'm going to see. And it was nice to see there was a good strong showing of fantasy shows up there.
I was going to say, what relevance is this to the Bottled Imp?
Well, let me tell you, my friend. Basically, I was going up there with my brother and his fiancée, and as I say, I had some other family members there. So it wasn't all about going to the shows that I wanted to see, but I did manage to see a good couple of fantasy shows. One of which was the Jabberwocky. This is a little flyer for it they hand out. The Jabberwocky, I'd done a review recently of a couple of things about the Jabberwocky film, and also how to hunt the Jabberwocky.
Yeah.
And it was a really good production. That it was a mixture of live actors and
puppets,
a few puppets,
right.
Silhouette, so they had like a sheet at the back of it, very minimal setting. In fact, that was the set. I think it was very low budget, obviously, like a lot of them are, but it doesn't need a massive elaborate set because the imagination was there, and it was nice. The Jabberwocky, for those of you who don't know, it's a nonsense poem that is basically about this monster that lives in the woods and eats people. And it's not massively long. So, like the film, the Jabberwocky film, you have to layer in other stories. And with this one, what they did was that it was about a mother and a boy goes missing into the... Oh no, they go walking, that's it. And then the mother she has... It's not quite a heart attack, but she's in trouble health-wise. And the boy has to go and get help, go out of the wood and get some help. So it's kind of about his journey coming in and out of the wood to help his mum. I don't want to spoil it. No, shall I spoil it? Does it go on tour?
Are they
these
likely
things?
to see it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't watch on if you're about to go and see it.
Yeah.
Skip over.
Well, it was actually quite.
Skip to the end.
It was quite emotional because it turns out that the mother actually is diagnosed with cancer. So it was a kids' show as well.
Right.
Yeah, and so I thought, wow, that's brave to tackle that. But it was done very tastefully, done very well, and therefore the boy kind of goes into the wood, and again, it's like, is it all in his imagination, or is this actually happening to him?
Right.
Very cleverly done. The Jabberwocky at the end, the monster, it comes out. You get hints of it throughout the play, and then you see it fully, and it was really cool. Sort of paper mache type monster that was handled by about 3 or 4 different actors. And again, the way they used the actors was brilliant. They were doubling up on the parts. They were doubling up on puppets. Mm-hmm. Very effective. Like a flock of seagulls. One just came out and sort of paper.
Yeah.
And it was sort of slightly interactive with the audience. They came out and they did things like put the seagulls over people's heads, that kind of thing. At one point they asked for a map. Has anyone got the map? And obviously we're all looking at each other going, what are they talking about? And all they wanted is somebody just to give them a bit of paper. Right. So somebody just went, yeah, I've got it, and handed it over. So it was good. It was good, a little interaction. The actors were really good. Very, young cast, but... So
who were the company that did it? I've just had a look, and I'm going to let you pronounce it.
Yeah, I know. I looked at that earlier and went, oh yeah, they're the Ucula. Okay, how do you pronounce that? UCLU?
UCLU. It sounds like a university.
It does.
It could be a university group.
It could be. Well, just so if you want to check them out, their Facebook is UCLU Jabberwocky.
And that could be... They call themselves the UCLU Runaground.
Underground.
Underground?
Underground? Runaground.
No, Runaground.
Underground.
RUNG.
Yeah. That could actually be the... I think
it's
the...
Runaground Theatre Company.
I've got a feeling, because I chatted to them afterwards, I've got a feeling they're actually it is a university.
A lot of colleges and universities go up there and youth theatres.
Because I think I did a few short films for that.
Right.
Anyway, very good. Very creative. Absolutely loved it. And I thought I'd be the only kind of adult there, but there wasn't. Some other adults there without children, which was also good. Another show I saw was Land of the Dragon.
Oh,
yeah.
See, now we're on
the old dragon.
We're on track because we've got dragons going
exactly. Very nice little program. Not all of them did that, so that was quite cool. And for kids, obviously, we've got a little colouring,
little word search.
Yeah, little word search.
Yeah.
But I love, all the imagery, the graphic design.
Yeah.
This one was better than this one, but that's not saying this one was bad. Jabberwocky, I was very impressed with that one. The reason why I like this one more was they did have a bit more of a budget, I guess, because the set was very well done. It was very textured. It really created a nice atmosphere for it. But again, they did it very effectively because it looked like it was made out of old things.
Right.
So like a phone book or a newspaper, that kind of thing. And it had that feel and quality of it as though they found stuff and then just turned that stuff into other stuff, cool. Part of the set. But not in a corny way, not in a kind of clunky, terrible way, but really creatively done. This was more puppets, although it did have live actors there as well. And again, really clever. They had one guy who had like a mask that was down over his face, but he was like that. So he was kind of acting like that, but the mask. Do you see what I mean? So
kind of, yeah.
So he had his face there, yeah. And that was, and they could create, a really kind of odd-looking face.
Yeah.
Brilliant, as opposed to sort of, plastic over his face. Really effective. The acting was good. The actual story was brilliant. It was all about a dragon, obviously, but it was about a boy that then turned into a man, and they did that very effectively, again, through sort of shadow play, and puppetry. So they had little puppets, and even the little puppets had little joints on it, and just really cleverly done. And the way they used the sort of minuteness of it, and then large scale. So if you had and he walked along the hills, they just brought out little figures. So then, but used the same set.
Yeah.
So it was really effective. Yeah. And they're a Welsh company, so I'm not even going to attempt.
I think you should. I think you should try. Who were the company from?
They were Glawag Drug. Yeah. Good. Very good. They so consequently they had a narrator that narrated in Welsh.
Yeah.
And then they had an English narrator that narrated what the Welsh person had just said. Very effective. Absolutely loved it. Thought it was really inventive. The puppets were brilliant. I can't rave about them enough, really. Really good. I think that this one is going on tour. And the other guy that I saw,
Just to interrupt, I'm not looking at my phone because I'm being rude and looking for text. I'm just keeping an eye on the time.
He is.
Because the cameras switch off after 20 minutes.
Glazed over.
We all switch off after 20 minutes.
So. Got to power him up.
Yeah.
Got to change the battery.
13 minutes in.
13 minutes, right, we've got to go. There's a storyteller. There's a storytelling centre, which I thought was amazing, in the middle of Edinburgh, in the High Street, where the kind of main fringe bit is. An actual dedicated building to storytelling.
Just for the month of Edinburgh? Or that's just there?
Year round.
Wow, okay.
Year round. And it's to promote Scottish storytelling and traditional storytelling. And I booked myself a ticket for a guy called Callum Lycan, Lykan.
Lycan, quite an easy one to...
hopefully
quite
that's
an
it.
easy one, Ken.
Hopefully.
Kun.
But he was brilliant. His is callumlycanstorytelling.co.uk. Check out his website. And he is a professional storyteller. That's what he does as his job.
Wow.
How amazing is that? He does traditional Scottish, he's Scottish himself. He does traditional Scottish and folk tales. And his show was an hour long. But it was so good. It was just him telling stories. And just the way that he told them, very engaging.
Did he do this at any point?
Yeah, he's got that on his business card. I'm not sure if he did this, but he did do... I've scanned that in, actually.
Have you scanned that in?
Yeah. So you can put
that up. So I won't do. It'll come up on the screen in a magical way. But anyway, I think that's an important part of storytelling. He's talking about this.
Well, you never know. I'm very expressive with my hands.
Perhaps he's talking about a dragon.
Yeah, you never know.
Or a clam.
Don't diss him. He was good.
You don't like it,
I don't. Not my face. Not the face.
Okay, we've got a thing now.
It's my best asset, my face. So... Yeah, he was brilliant. He was really good in his kill. It really, really gave, a lot of flavour to the stories, the way he told them. And the first one he told was about a stone. Obviously, I won't tell it, but I thought, I know this story. Why do I know this story? Because of the storyteller, Jim Henson's Storyteller. Check out that review that we did. And it was those types of stories, and I was like, that's amazing. And I spoke to him afterwards, and told him, I seen that one. I knew that, and he went, yeah. He had also seen the storyteller, and it was because of the storyteller that he went into being a professional storyteller.
Wow.
And I thought, that's brilliant.
Made a career out of it.
Yeah. Well, he's now actually doing a world tour because he gets asked to go and do storytelling. So he's sold all his stuff, and that's it. He's going just for a number of years, just going off, collecting new stories. And I just think, wow, that's brilliant. So if you do get a chance to ever see Callum Lycan.
Can't like him, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Come on. Check him out. Really good. Can't rate it about him. And which brings me quickly on to they in the Storyteller Centre they do have a little bookshop. I spent rather a lot of money in there.
Well, we're going to get on to how much you spent on this whole Edinburgh trip, because when I went, you could go and see shows, and tickets were probably God knows how much, but probably they range
shillings,
from
three shillings.
3 shillings to £5 for a show. Because if you're going there for a week and you're going to go, because you go to see shows from 10 o'clock in the morning to the evening, there are shows on at different slots.
Rack them up.
If ticket prices are £7 or £8 now, and you go and see a few shows a day,
that'd be good. No, okay. Storyteller was £7. Yeah. Jabberwocky was £8.50.
So proper big prices. That's all.
Land of the Dragon was £8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you could see 2 shows to 4 shows a day if you're really going for a week.
Oh, well, I did 4 shows. Average was about 3.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but if you think about it, you could people go on holiday somewhere else.
Spend that on fags in a day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, it's kind of what are you prioritising?
Don't smoke, kids.
Yeah, I'd never smoke kids.
No, don't smoke kids. They're very expensive.
Yeah, very expensive.
And they're really hard to light.
And honestly, you cover them in some sort of fluid.
Let's move on.
Yeah, that's getting a bit dodgy, that is. Anyway, so moving on, I bought some books, and I was looking in the bookshop, and so I'm going to be reviewing all of these. In fact, we've reviewed some of them. You're right there. See how professional I am, just carrying on. I'm moving on. You lost
cut
it.
To you. Cut to you.
Cut to me. This one is The Fantastical Feats of Finn MacColl. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this apparently is the Scottish equivalent of King Arthur.
Right.
So I'm halfway through that. So I'll save my opinion for that. But yeah, so I did buy quite a few books. We've just done these reviews.
Did I tell you that when we went to Cornwall, we took a detour because there was traffic and went to King Arthur's birthplace?
I've seen that. I've been there.
Tragedagastgill. What is it?
Tintangel.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Tintangel.
Yeah.
Tintangel. Went there. Allegedly his birthplace, of course. We didn't go in. It was really expensive, and we only had an hour on the car park.
That's right on the end, isn't it?
Right on the cliffs.
Yes.
We had a little walk around.
There. We'll have to go back there. Yeah,
I've been there. Go back there and pay the huge amount of money. The national who runs
National
it?
Trust.
Heritage Foundation. Yeah, Heritage Foundation. No, not the Heritage. Whatever. Yeah, it was about £8 each to get in, so it was going to be a.
Well, we'll get it.
Went there. King Arthur.
Yeah, we'll do an Imp Chat on that one, I think. We'll go and film down there. But yeah, so I bought other books like The Storyteller's Way, because I was so inspired. I thought maybe I could go out and be a storyteller.
Ah, okay.
Don't laugh.
Okay, no, I'm not laughing. When are you going to fit that in?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just go down the pub, start telling stories.
This is the last Bottled Imp episode. And you've got a new little thing.
Yeah. There was a fantastic bookshop called Tiles Bookshop on the way into town. I bought some really cool, fancy books, like, not necessarily
19 minutes, 13
seconds.
Oh
my God, we're going to wrap this up. What else did I do? I went to a midnight underground haunted tour that was fantastic in the vaults.
Right.
That was spooky, very paranormal. There's only about 6 of us on this tour. Luckily, it wasn't one where they jump out and go, ooh, this is scary. Proper history, but also ghosts. And I actually did think somebody was watching me in the corner. It was all a bit spooky. And Burke and Hare, you know about that? Burke and Hare?
Yeah.
That was where they used to take the bodies underground and they used to take them, and give them to the doctor. Also, I just want to quickly mention Kit Cox. Thank you very much. I got a nice... we're running out of time.
Shall we reset the camera?
Let's reset the camera. See you on the flip side. We're back! Yay! Excellent. Reset the camera.
Technology, fantastic.
I was trying to speak as quickly as I can through all of that.
This doesn't mean we've got another 20 minutes.
No, okay. Very quickly, there was Kit. What's his name? Do you know his name? No.
Kit the car from.
Oh, Knight Rider.
Yeah. Him.
Where are you going? No, unfortunately, not the Hoff. Kit Cox is his name. Really nice guy. He was doing some work for Hendrick's Gin, and they had an emporium where they did. Oh, it's fantastic. Where
an emporium.
Yeah, exactly. Emporium. Yes, that's our shop. That is our shop where you can buy T-shirts and that. We'll get that up
eventually.
It was basically it was a bar. But it was done like a gentleman's club. Obviously, women were allowed in, but they had brilliant things. There was a hat that kind of. Anyway, we'll put a picture up of that. There's me in a hat, a really sort of funny top hat that was like it showed you like a cinema, like little film going on. It was brilliant. It was really good. It had like a screen on the top that showed. Oh no, that was it. It captured my thoughts. It read my thoughts and it showed them on the screen. I know, I was slightly scared.
You know what they were letting themselves in for?
Exactly.
That's really dark.
But what they did have is they had other rooms where they would go and monkey with your senses, basically.
Right.
And
you had to squeeze the word monkey.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? Yes, Grumpy Monkey was with me all along. Check out the Facebook page, you'll understand. Grumpy had a little monkey with me. But yeah, so this was a newspaper from the Emporium. That was good. It's really funny. What else? Yeah, so they basically had little
from the
sensory...
Emporium, not the Emporium. The Emporium isn't right.
Yeah. So they had little rooms. One, we actually went and inhaled gin.
Oh, right.
Yeah. They had a big tube and it was all steam in the room, and then he poured in some gin and then it just spewed it out again as vapour.
Right.
So we all got sort
of work?
Drunk. Yeah, it was good. I had a few
sniffs.
Yeah, exactly. So that was good. It was just, again, the whole spirit of Edinburgh was fantastic. I also went to the Edinburgh Military Tattoo, which was part of the official, rather than the Fringe.
The main festival.
Yeah.
There's a Fringe festival and a main festival, which is more...
Yeah, it's got more sort of ballet and more kind of opera, bigger shows.
Tour,
yeah. But the tattoo was a military tattoo. They had bagpipeists. Was it on telly?
They always televised it. Yeah, it was in England.
Did you see me?
I think I did see. Yeah. I saw you waving. You had some weird soft toy on your shoulder.
I did. I was actually taking pictures.
Yeah.
It was fantastic, and there was one bit that did have a fancy element. It was a Chinese dragon bit where there was lots of dances.
You like dragons, don't you?
I do like dragons.
You like a dragon?
I do. So again, fantasy, it's everywhere. It was brilliant.
And we're there to explore it.
Exactly. And as a little souvenir, I did buy myself a dirk.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
you bought yourself a souvenir.
Yeah,
you came back and you brought yourself a present. Much like the door knocker you bought yourself from the Middle Earth Festival.
Yeah.
Distinct like a present's being given to me going on in this.
There is, isn't there?
This travels.
I've realised the error of my ways.
Carry on.
Next one I go to, I will get you a present.
I don't do dust catchers. I don't do dust catchers, so don't worry.
I'll get you some. Do you like fudge? Because Edinburgh, Edinburgh Rock. See, this is why I don't get you anything.
Choosy.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not on the Amazon wish list, forget it.
Yeah, just get me something from my Amazon wish list
and bring it back.
You go away.
And go, that was from Scotland.
Yeah.
Anyway, thoroughly recommend it.
Good. Yeah, well, I'll have to go back at some point now. It's been a long, long time. It'd be nice to go back as a punter.
No responsibility.
No.
Oh, I saw a lot of good comedy as well, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
It's nice, though, that it's been brought, you've brought it, seen theatre and stuff, because I think everyone hears about the Edinburgh Festival just think it's all stand-up and it's all lots of famous stand-up people. In fact, I did go see Frank Skinner there when he was no one, and he won the Perrier Award that week, and I sat in the front row and he picked on me throughout his whole show. And he was nobody. It was a very good show, and we thought, this guy's good. And then he obviously went on to become pretty famous.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people that have gone on,
there.
haven't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I saw Paul Merton out this year. I saw Stuart Lee as well. He was really good, really funny. Paul Foote. He's not necessarily well known, but he's hilarious. He's been on telly. He kind of is in and around.
Recognise him, maybe.
Yeah. Very good. Oh, and Marcus Brigstock.
Oh yeah, Marcus Brigstock. I think I can picture him.
Yeah, he was very funny.
Yeah.
So it's good. If you ever get the chance to go, I would totally recommend going. And yeah, as I say, there is a lot of fancy things that are there if you dig it out, if you look in the programme.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
This.
Don't. Scares me. He's always bullying me. He keeps me in a cupboard, don't you? He lets me out to film and that's it. Right.
Fade to black?
Fade to black now. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll watch some other shows if I'm still alive. Don't do that.
Just wrap it up.
Okay, right. See you later. Bye.